Okay, so that covers the different stages that we've passed through. Considering sales and marketing, we've got a new product like this, very limited resources, not much capital on our side. And we're very cautious about spending our capital. We don't want to go and have an ad in a newspaper or magazine or radio, and money is gone, and a big problem because raising capital is a really big issue. We've got a very solid track record and still facing difficulties in raising capital. So how can, after we define a target market, how can you get this to your target market? And that's an important question to ask from day one. Because if you do not know the answer for it, it would be very difficult to make the business sustainable. What we relied on is, that's in our own experience, is PR. We try to focus on free marketing. And for us, that was PR. PR is free marketing only if you have a good story. Because you can pay for PR companies if you don't have story, they try to create a story for you and you keep on paying for that. So we try to think, what do we have different? We need a PR, we need a story here. We need to tweak a story and to get people interested in different media outlets to cover the story. And we found that one of the things that's interesting is ourselves, because we started this as a couple, myself and my wife. So we focused on the team behind the project. And guess what, we can't, and of course on the products, but we focused on the whole story. We focused on the whole package, the big picture. And media was interested in covering this. We've got excellent coverage on Fox, CBS, Washington Times, US Today, Globe and Mail, Auto Citizen, CTV, several times. So, and we're starting to build a strong network with journalists and different media professionals. So when we introduced the second product, even our second product would be available 3 weeks from now. It was covered on CTV today because of the connections that we were able to build with our first product. Other thing we have done is to focus on our early adopters. As was just mentioned, it's very difficult to get your first customer. But once you get your first paycheck and, wow, got something, you need to be able to have this customer satisfied, because word of mouth and spreading the word and getting customer satisfaction is very important. And we have a unique advantage over some other companies, big companies, because usually the guy at the customer service does not know as much as you do when you answer the phone. So we try to make our customer service more friendly, more professional, more responsive, and make sure that every customer we have is satisfied. The last thing, we try to move beyond shelf space. We try to go international in our sales approach. So our customers, 1% of our customers are from Ottawa, less than 10% from Canada. We've got customers in Australia, US is our biggest market, Europe, Middle East, India. So we've got customers all over. And when you wake up one morning and you find an order coming from Australia or New Zealand, it might just be for a few $100s, but you feel really good. You were able to successfully get the word out from somewhere in Ottawa with very limited resources to someone sitting in his office in Australia or New Zealand without much money or without much resources. So we feel good about it. It's some milestones that helps you to continue the plan and continue what you're doing. So another thing that Tracy has mentioned is passion for your business. If you do not believe in it, it's not going to happen. When we started, people told us, oh, you want to get into Best Buy and Future Shop? No way. Like, come on, competition, consumer electronics. There are so many other players, key players in the market, that are trying to get there with tens of millions of dollars in marketing, and they can't. And we just signed a contract with them last week. We're getting into Future Shop, Best Buy, we've got Fry's, London Drugs, and PC Cyber here in Ottawa, who knows, for those who know PC Cyber, Amazon. So we were able to get the products to key players in the market and big box retailers, in addition to other markets such as corporations as well with corporate gifting. In summary, you need to plan ahead and adjust, because there are many variables that will change, especially including the emotional variables. So you need to be passionate about what you're doing, believe in what you're doing, listen carefully, have a good team around you to advise you, and to understand that there will be different challenges and hurdles. So finally, before I conclude, Christmas is getting soon, and I'm sure you want to buy some Christmas gifts.